Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here. It is Friday, believe it or not, November 13th. I'm not superstitious, so I could care less if it's the 13th, but today is November the 13th, and today is Freelance Friday. That's right, Freelance Friday, episode number 27. It's hard to believe we've already done 27 of these. If you will, share our podcast, our platforms, and everything else with our fellow network marketers all across the world. Hashtag TheMLM Solution. Hashtag TheMLM Solution is how you will find us and share with our fellow network marketers across the globe our great content. Today, we're going to be talking about, we're going to kind of summarize everything we've done so far. Going to be some good content in there. We're going to revisit some topics and stress their importance and highlight their importance to your success. So don't miss today's episode. Join us very shortly.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Hello, Miss Murray. How are you today?
Good morning, Rob. Happy Friday to you. How are you doing?
Friday. Yes, happy Friday to you as well. And you know what? Today's the 13th. I don't give a hoot. I don't believe in that crap. But I totally get it. I believe in it.
Here's the thing to think about, though, Rob. The last time we had a Friday the 13th was back in March, along with a full moon. And that's when this whole pandemic nonsense, lockdown, whatever started. So I was hoping this was going to bookend it. And this Friday the 13th would be the end of it. I don't think I'm getting my wish, though.
There's a growing sentiment about how I think the population's getting very restless. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, people are at their wits' end with this freaking virus, whether it's going up or down. Who gives a hoot? If you're going to get it, you're going to get it. I don't care how well you protect yourself. It's sad it is to say. And I'm not being negative. The bottom line is you can do everything you can. Miss Maria, I don't know if you know this, and I forget the percentages. I'll have to check again. The vast majority of people that got the virus had a freaking mask. Wake up, people.
Well, and here's the other thing to think about. You know, all the numbers they keep publishing on a daily, if not hourly basis. If they were to track the cold virus, I'm thinking they'd probably come up with similar numbers.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And guess what? The cold virus causes pneumonia, flu, those types of things. And guess what? That kills the elderly.
You got it.
So.
Hey, the other day, there was a news outlet. I'll find it because I, believe it or not, Miss Marie, without you knowing, I've set up a political site. Anyway, there was a news organization that did kind of an underground investigation about the virus. And so what they did is they went out in daily life, and what they found out does not surprise anybody. On one hand, on the other hand, it surprises a lot of people. And here's what it was. They found out that the grocery carts were the most contaminated as far as the virus. They were checking just for the virus. That the grocery carts were the most contaminated item they found in their investigation. Meaning that even if you wear a mask and it's getting on your hands and you go to take your mask off, guess what, Miss Marie? You're exposing yourself. People, the masks don't matter shit, okay? If your hands are contaminated because it's been all over the handle of the grocery cart, your hand is saturated with that. If you adjust your mask, take your mask off in any way, shape, or form during your grocery shopping or when you get in your car, guess what? And what do you think you touched the whole time you were there? All the food, cans, everything that your hands were contaminated with. So you're taking it home with you. Wake up, people. On top of that, Miss Marie, you know what they found out? The people that were checking you out, the line was contaminated. The whole conveyor belt, everything was contaminated with the virus. At the grocery store.
Well, yeah, I mean, I see them wiping down the little, credit card pad and the area in front of them, but you never see them wiping down the conveyor belt.
No. And really, they can't afford to do that. But here's the thing, Miss Marie, in their mind, that's not getting contaminated. Because you know what? But here's the thing. Look, guys, you got a chain of receipt, if you want to use that term. You touch the shopping cart, you saturate your hands with the virus, you're touching all this food on the shelves, putting it back because you didn't want that one, so somebody else picks up the virus. Then you're going over there and taking your food out of the cart because you pushed your cart to the line, recontaminating your hand or making it stronger. Then you're picking up the food you just bought and putting it on the conveyor belt. Okay, and you're touching other parts of the conveyor belt. So then, Miss Maria, you know what else they found out?
What?
That most of the people, the checkout clerks, had the virus. Most of the people. And you know what, Miss Marie? Most people had no clue. They were shocked that they had the virus. They had no symptoms.
Well, and again, it's not a matter of if, it's when. It's a virus. It's got a high survivability rate. I mean, this is
99.84.
Don't even get me started. It's crazy.
I know. Well, I mean, we're just having an intelligent conversation. We're not trying to get off on a rant. We're not trying to upset anybody. All we're doing is just bringing it to light that today's November 13th. And if you're going to believe in all this crap, like you said, you were hoping that it would bookend, it would end today. And the reason I brought that up is because you know what? It should freaking end. And as you know, I got the old double middle finger up to all of that. I don't know if you heard that that goofball Linkafoot, whatever her name is,
Lightfoot,
Pick my nose foot, whatever her name is, she told people they could not have Thanksgiving, and I replied to that. I replied very well to that tweet. So I pretty much told her where she could take her. I initially said horse, but somebody jumped in and said, no, donkey. And you know what? They were absolutely right. I said, you are awesome. Yes, you're absolutely right. You know what you can do with that donkey? I can't say it here. And did you roll it on? So anyway.
Well, and did you hear they're talking about a 4 to 6 week national lockdown?
Yeah, you know what that, you know me. If you tell me to do something, if you say, Rob, don't dance on that broken glass, what do you think I'm going to do? I may cover the consequences. I remember one time I told this guy, and this is not about me, but I told this one guy, because look, I believe in being a strong, independent thinker, but also being a productive member of society. I love people. You know that. We talk about all the time. I know you do too. We want to have a positive influence on this world. That's the reason why you and I do what we do, not only in this aspect, but other aspects of our lives as well. We want to leave a positive impact or a footprint when we leave. Would you not agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you're like me. You're made up of that type of person. But I'll be darned if you're going to tell me what to do. And if I decide that the price that I will have to pay to do what I want to do or to refute what you are trying to push on me, if I feel the price that I have to pay is worth it, I'll do it. But I'll make sure you go down with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that person. I am not going to back down. You can kiss my butt on both sides and in the middle. I ain't backing down. I'm going to stand up for what's right, and I don't give a crap what the consequences are. So what if I die? I'm going to die anyway. I don't give a hoot. So the bottom line is that I believe in fighting for what's right. Number one, I believe in fighting for Christ. Number two, well, Christ is number one. Doing what's right is number two. I think that goes hand in hand. And I believe in fighting for our country and for the freedoms that so many others. I mean, think about the grossness and the cruelty of the Civil War, Miss Marie. Not just the people that died in battle. I mean, that's a horrible hand-to-hand. Anybody that's had to dodge bullets or be around bombs going off can totally relate to what I'm saying. I cannot fathom hand-to-hand combat. I mean, you know, your arms being cut off, your eyeball being shot out, all the screaming and the blood. If you have a weak stomach at all, you're not going to last 30 seconds. And if you take your eye off the bayonet, guess what? You're dead anyway. So the bottom line is that was real men that fought battles back then. I mean, to voluntarily stand yourself up in front of bullets and bayonets, hand-to-hand combat, that is astronomical. But you know what else? Who else paid the price, Miss Marine? The women and children that could not defend themselves, that were out there in the woods by themselves when their husbands went away to fight the wars. So I'm going to stand up for what's right. And you and I do these podcasts because we believe what we're doing is right, will help people, empower people. And you and I have bent over backwards to do what we need to do. Expose the ugly side of network marketing, the good side of network marketing, and the gray area of network marketing. Nobody else does that. And you and I have a passion for that.
Yep, that is true.
It's no different than standing up for anything else that we do in this world. So as you can tell, I have a passion for what is right. I have a passion for what we need to do in this world to defend those that cannot defend themselves and to do the right thing in life. I believe if you're doing the right thing, Miss Marie, you're doing Christ's work.
I'd agree.
So, all right, that being said, today, guys, what we're going to do, as you know, this is Freelance Friday. We talk about all things. As you can tell, we just spent 10 minutes talking about everything but network marketing. But we are going to talk about, we're going to have a special episode today because we are going to talk about this, and that is we're going to highlight some of our favorite episodes, favorite subjects, whatever the case may be. We're also going to talk about some of the shows that we feel are the most important. So, Miss Marie, do you have any that jump out at you? You know, we've done 76, 77.
Yeah, we've done a lot of different shows. I think a lot of the ones that I like are the ones that are a little counterintuitive. Like we did a show called "The Customer Is Not Always Right."
Yeah.
We've talked about the network marketing hokey pokey. That was one of my favorite ones, just because of the name of it, if nothing else. So.
And I totally get that. It was a good title. Miss Marie came up with that title, by the way, folks, and I thought it was pretty darn cool.
That's probably why I liked it too. But, we get into the important things too. We talk about stand up and be a leader. We talk about becoming a focused business building machine, how to remove emotion from the results. I mean, we touch on everything. I mean, we're covering the whole spectrum here. So,
yeah. Well, some of my favorites, it's a numbers game. Because most people don't understand the numbers. The numbers intrigue me, not only in network marketing, but and believe it or not, I'm not into numerology. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I don't know. But I know the importance of numbers in all aspects of life, and numbers intrigue me, especially when numbers are attached to money. I really like those numbers. So the bottom line is that the one number I don't like is age. I don't know why that's important, but anyway, the thing is that the numbers in network marketing is something that's rarely talked about. And as you know, Miss Marie, and I'm sure you've learned this yourself, the numbers in network marketing are real. They're either going to do it. Hold on.
Yesterday it was me with the phone going off. Today it's you.
Yes. Let me turn that off. There we go. Okay. I took care of that. I turned it off. But as you know, the numbers are going to do their thing, whether you like it or not, whether you recognize them or not, or whether you even know they exist or not. They're going to do what they're going to do. And you know from experience that you, especially in recruiting, you got to have the numbers working for you. And the only way that can happen is for you to get out there and work your tail end off and have a constant source of high quality leads. You understand the importance of high quality leads, using the scale of ambition. What is that? It's all based on numbers, a scale of 1 to 10. So numbers are everywhere in network marketing. I think that's one of my favorite episodes, is exposing those things to the people so that they can utilize that and actually make the numbers work with them instead of against them.
Well, exactly. And numbers are objective as well, right? I mean, you can use those numbers to measure your actual progress and, give you a bar to set of whether or not you're achieving the goals that you're after.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a measurable, you're right. It's a measurable device that can show the progress or lack thereof. So there's so many things about that. So that was one of my favorite episodes. I think another one of my favorite episodes is the Music to the Ears message. It's really an important message. It's chocked full of key words that attract high quality people to you automatically. And why I say that is because, you know what, Miss Marie, you know this. Life has taught us this: birds of the same feather flock together. If you're a leader and you're speaking those words, those key words, it's going to make a person that shares the similar values and viewpoints that you do, the same goals, life goals, whether it's income, lifestyle, whatever. That's going to make them perk up. That's going to make their ears stand up on the end a little bit, They may not know you well enough to trust you yet, but they like what they're hearing. And more times than not, even if they don't trust you, they're thinking to themselves, well, I need to check this out. This sounds really interesting. And that's what you want. You want acceptance immediately. You want them to go and check it out. You don't, just because you use the music to the ears message, they don't go, hey, give me that piece of paper. Let's sign up right now. I mean, if that happens, that's amazing. I've not had that happen. But, the thing is, Miss Marie, you want the message to do one or two things, push the people away or attract the people that you need. So the message is another important episode that I really enjoyed talking about. Do you have any others?
Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything. But the thing is, we do episodes on all the fundamentals that are important for building a solid business. We've talked about building depth, building width. I mean,
that's two of my favorites right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all over the place. I don't know if I have come away from any podcast show that we've done and went, that one was really kind of dumb.
No, I can honestly say that. And that's a testament to you and I, and really a testament to you. Number one, you and I, because we get along so well, and we can, and because of our experience and knowledge, we can talk about any subject, but also you come up with the weekly shows and you do a wonderful job with that. And I thank you for it. I never walk away saying, well, we shouldn't have done that show. So I totally agree with that. But I do have my favorites. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like the threshold of profitability, that's part of the numbers in network marketing. Most people don't know, but that's a favorite of mine. And I'm not hitting the ones that you and I did recently or anything. Those have always been my favorite. The 4 critical mistakes, one of my favorites. Another is the, what is it? See, threshold of profitability. There's another one. It's right off the top of my head. I can't think of it. Anyway, the bottom line is that we have done so many wonderful ones. The depth is security, the width equals wealth. We've talked about that. I thought those were really good. Those have always been two of my favorite subjects. Once again, I think why Miss Marie is because it's subject matter most people never talk about. And I like helping people learn the things that will empower them. And that's what we do. You and I never put fluff out there. I can honestly say in the 77 shows that we've done, I can't think of one that was a fluff show. Not a one.
Well, exactly. And something I want to make sure our listeners, our viewers understand is, a lot of these show topics, I mean, you kind of keep giving me credit for it, but it's not the case. Again, it's a teamwork type thing. Most of the show topics come out of the conversation that we're having about the topic we're discussing on any given day, because there is so much depth and knowledge that we can share that Rob will be talking about a topic and he'll mention something and it'll just like click a light bulb in my mind. It's like, oh, you know what? We really need to talk a little bit more about that. But I don't want to ask him now. Otherwise, this show will turn into a 2 to 3 hour adventure, which, I don't know that anybody has the patience for that. So
no.
We're trying to keep them in the 35 to 45 minute range. But even at that, if you look at it, a lot of our shows, we run long because there is so much information that we get into. So, a lot of the topics come up because we're trying to hit on everything that is important for you to build your business successfully. To achieve your goals and to help the people in your organization, the people you're bringing into your network marketing business, do the same. Because again, it's all about duplication, and the end goal is that residual income. And while everybody else is out there making it sound like, oh, it's a piece of cake and it's kind of like hitting the lottery if you sign up at the right time and get that right position, we're here telling you, it's a business. There are fundamental things you have to do to build your business successfully and get it to the point where you get that residual income that doesn't start getting chipped away because of attrition, because you didn't build the business properly.
That's right.
So, in order for us to do that, there is so much information to cover.
Oh gosh.
I mean, ultimately, if we sat down and really thought about it, we could probably put together a 2-week-long course.
There is no doubt. Oh my gosh, yes.
I don't think anybody wants to spend their 2 weeks of vacation hanging out listening to us, though.
No.
So here we are chopping it up into little segments on our podcast.
That's right. You're right. And it's funny you bring that up. That's another one. Timing is everything. Is one of the most important, because it's timing. It's not positioning when joining a new company. That episode we talked about. You don't want to. It doesn't matter whether you're number 2 in the company unless you take massive action. Then it counts. Okay, because those legacy, they call them legacy positions, and each company has them. And there's no way to know whether those legacy positions. And I guess we ought to do a show on that. 5, here's a prime example. We don't know if those legacy positions are going to be 5 people or 10 people with a new company. Nobody knows. That is when positioning gets important, when you get in and take a massive action, okay? But if you get in and kind of heel around and blah, 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 or don't do anything for the first 6 months, that position means absolutely nothing. From that point on, Miss Marie, once you get past the first 10 people, to be honest with you, let's just graciously say that 10 spots is the legacy spots in a new company. It could be different, as you know. Once you get past those 10 spots, the positioning doesn't matter diddly squat. It's all about activity from that point on. It doesn't matter when you join. You just got to get it done before the company, before it's year number 3 of existence. But what I was going to say, you're absolutely right. Like we talked about the threshold of profitability. That is a pinpoint, very quick podcast. There's not much on the peripheral about the threshold of profitability. It is what it is. You either do 100 PV, here's why you do it. If you don't, well, here's what's going to happen. That's pretty much it. That's one outside of us me kind of going around sometimes. But yesterday's episode, Build an International Network Marketing Business, my gosh, there's so much on the peripheral. I could spend 3 hours on that, and I don't even want to talk for 3 hours. So your point is well taken. There are some episodes that are right there, and then there's others that are so big and so complex. You're like, oh, we need to stop. We've talked enough about this. It's too much.
Exactly. So I want to toss out there to our viewers and listeners. Of course, we'd love to get some feedback from you. Drop a comment on any of our social media platforms. Would love to hear what's your favorite episode. Yeah. Would love to know if there's one that's really just been the eye-opening, mind-blowing episode that made a big difference for you. Or is there something you have a question about, something you're wanting to know? You don't know exactly how it works, and perhaps we haven't done an episode on it yet. That's very possible. Yeah. We could be missing something as well. So two different ways you can do that. Of course, any of our social media platforms, you can find us at #TheMLM-solution. That's #TheMLM-solution. Or you can visit our website, TheMLMsolution.net. And if you tack on a /survey, so TheMLMsolution.net/survey, that will take you directly to a feedback form, allow you to enter your information, ask a question, drop a comment, whatever you'd like to do there. So would love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Well done, Miss Marie. Well done. Is there anything else that's jumped out at you, or anything about the future, anything like that? You already said that you like all your episodes, but is there a favorite subject that you like talking about in network marketing, or are you excited about the future because?
Well, I think I'm excited about the future, and really now because of the technology that we're able to leverage in the network marketing business. Having been involved in the industry as long as you and I have, we've seen a lot of change happen. And to think about when we got involved in the resources that were available to us versus being able to get involved today and leveraging the internet and video conferencing. And I mean, interstate calling now is essentially free. I mean, Rob, I don't know if you remember, but I mean, I got phone bills that were like an inch thick because I was getting charged for every single phone call I was making around the United States. Now that doesn't even register, and some international calls even are becoming, you know, just part of your actual phone plan, which is unheard of. I don't know. You ever have a phone bill over $1,000?
Yes, I did. Building the business overseas and stateside. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah. But you know what, Miss Marie? Once you open that can of worms, you can't stop, because if you got contacts overseas, it's not like you can stop. And then all you had was your phone. There wasn't. I mean, you can do Zoom calls anywhere in the world free.
Yep.
You can do anywhere in the world free. Why in the world would you use your phone? Okay. I mean, exclusively, I'd be using video conferencing software of some type to build my business. Okay. But yeah, you and I mean, not only did you have the auto ship, but then you would have a monthly phone bill of $500 to $1,000 a month. Whew, man.
Well, and that was one of those unanticipated costs. When you first get involved, you don't realize that there's going to be that kind of expense to the business. So, you know, that's one of the things I look at. It's exciting to be involved now. And I think part of what I really appreciate about the industry is kind of the soft skills that we're able to develop as individuals that permeate the rest of your life. It doesn't just apply to your business. You know, the development of communication skills, the development of leadership skills, the personal growth that takes place, the opportunities you have to meet people all around the world. And you just never know how the contacts you make in your network marketing business are going to play out in other areas of your life. I mean, from a business standpoint, from a personal standpoint. So those are some of the things that are super exciting to me about the industry, is just the personal growth that takes place. And that's even for the people who may not attain the high levels of success that we're encouraging people to shoot for. Because some people do come into the business and they discover I'll refer to it as a bit of a social club. They just get motivated and inspired in their life by being around people that this industry attracts. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, Rob, I think I can't think of any other organization or group that I have been a part of. Maybe Toastmasters would run in that same vein of upbeat, positive people looking to improve themselves, improve their lives, and assist and help the people around them. Absolutely. So I think that's really unique to this industry, and it's one of the things I love the most.
Yeah, I definitely, you know, it's funny you say that, because I've done business outside of the network marketing. I met these people in network marketing and have done business with them in different capacities throughout my life, and have some of my best friends that I met in the network marketing industry. So, and that includes overseas. You know, the businesses that I built overseas ended up bringing lifelong friendships too. And so I totally get it. And, you know, I made money with these people in different business ventures. So you're right. It does end up paying off in many different aspects, not just the network marketing business model. If you handle yourself properly in an honest and ethical way, you'll develop friendships that go far beyond the network marketing business model. And that is one of the hidden gems that's not talked about a lot, is how you can not only become a better person yourself, because you're going to hone your skills. If you're even good at time management now and organizational aspects of your, that includes organizational skills as well. In other words, time management plus organizational skills, they're going to get honed. You're going to become even better, because in order for your business, we always talk about speed and urgency. In order for your business to get any traction, you've got to have that speed and urgency. It's got to be moving fast. You've got to quickly as possible assemble a large number of highly motivated, focused, and active leaders in your business. And that's how your business catches traction and takes off. Well, you got to become a really good time manager to move through those people to find those leaders and then to work with those leaders. Miss Marie and I make it sound like it's easy. It always sounds easy when we're talking about it. We're sitting in the comfort of home, we're talking about it. I always tell you guys, this is going to be one of the most challenging things, mentally and physically, you'll ever do. It is going to weed out the weak people. There is no doubt about it. We talk about how people stop. Remember, Miss Marie, we talk about the stop number. Everybody has a different stop number on a scale of 1 to 10, 9 being that you've achieved your goals and dreams and you maximize the opportunity this company presented you. Okay. But all kinds of people, remember that 97% of the people that you sponsor are going to do nothing. You're looking for the 3%. You cannot change the 97%. Your goal is to what? Sift through the people using the music to the ears message to identify what? People like yourself. In other words, people, the 3%ers. Okay. And once you do that, you got to assemble a large group, and it could be 10, it could be 20, we don't know. You got to assemble a large group of 3%ers that will cause your business just to explode. That's what you're doing. And I'll tell you, becoming organized and managing time is essential to create that speed and urgency, because you got to go through those people and you got to schedule them one after the other. And you got to do, because you got to set the example that is going to be duplicated by Marie, and Marie's down the line. Marie's going to say, wow, Rob's really organized. Rob's really moving on here. What is he doing that's keeping him that organized? Oh, okay, I see. And she may already be halfway decent at it, but she's going to get better and she's going to get better. And guess what? When she sets the pace, her business follows that pace. That is another thing we've never talked about, Miss Marie, and that's another one of those probably platinum nuggets of information that most people are not aware about in network marketing. Your pace sets the pace for your organization, and that is no joke. People are going to say, Rob, how are you getting those results? Well, here's what I'm doing. And they're going to say, wow, I'm doing that, but I'm not doing it on the level that you're doing it. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for letting me understand. And guys, here's the thing. I always tell people all the time, even when I write my documents and stuff and create my other products, you cannot take away, Miss Marie, the success that the top earners have achieved. If they've done it honestly and legitimately, they earned every red cent. Don't be jealous of the money and the lifestyle they have. Emulate what they're doing and have the lifestyle. Raise yourself up to their level. Don't try and drag them down by gossiping about them or being jealous of them. Get rid of that petty crap and say, what do I have to do what they're doing to achieve what they're doing, to get the results they've got? Okay. And I can tell you, being there, working with them, literally, guys, their commitment is beyond reproach. Most of you would say, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. And you separated yourself right away. Okay. And that's fine. It's your life. It's your goals. You do what you want. And we're not going to judge you on it. Everybody is different. Believe me, I've been there. I've been on both sides. I did not go from, newbie to rock star in 1 year. It was a long process. The reason we're sharing this information with you guys, so you don't have to go through 20 years of learning before you finally got something going.
Well, and that is the greatest value in what we provide, I think, and that goes back to that that product we have available for everybody, the 4 critical mistakes, available on our website. Super valuable. I'm still kind of beating on Rob a little bit for giving that one away. But I mean, that is the greatest value we provide, is the saving you the time by not making the same basic mistakes that network marketers oftentimes make. And what do you learn by the mistakes? You learn how to do it the right way. So you save yourself the time, and your time is your most valuable commodity. Once you've spent it, you can't get it back. Money, you could go broke. You can figure out how to make money again.
That's right.
That's not too hard. No. But there is no one on the face of this earth that can create more time. Nope. It's limited, it's valuable, and you want to spend it in the best way possible. So you definitely want to leverage the information that we're providing. And I think that, again, is the greatest value that we bring, is the time we can save you in getting your business going in the right direction to achieve your dreams and goals.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great plug there, but it's true. And it's absolutely true, everything she said. And guys, if there's anything that we're going to teach you, if there's anything of value that you get out of this, you look, it's all about speed and urgency, and you set the pace. Okay, if it's all you get out of what we teach you, then you've learned a lot, because that's going to tell you, because you'll know if you ever decide to join this industry, or if you're already in it, and if you decide to get serious about it, you heard this, it's in the back of your brain. Rob and Marie talked about how I've got to set the pace. And I'm telling you, your business is going to mimic that. And when you set that pace and your leaders come to you and they start bitching, remember me talking about Mark Yarnell calling Richard Call and bitching, about, and Richard Call said, shut the F up. Get your heads out there and replace them, or shut up or leave me alone, click. I mean, he was blunt and to the point and kind of rough about it, but Mark got it. Mark didn't necessarily like the approach, but we talked about that. But Mark got it. He understood what he was saying. Shut the crap up. Quit complaining. Okay, so what? It happened. You know what to do to fix it. Get out there and freaking replace them. I mean, that was the bottom line. Okay? Don't sit and moan. Get out there and keep that speed and urgency going. So the thing is that you have to realize, guys, that things that we're talking about are going to resonate with you. If you decide to build this business, you're going to say, they talked about me setting the pace. And that's what Richard Call did. There is nothing that Mark Yarnell could say to Richard Call. He couldn't say, well, you're not doing it. Well, you're not working 18 hours a day. Well, you didn't lose people. He couldn't say anything because none of that was true. Richard Call went through all that, and he didn't stop for nothing. In 3 or 6 months, I can't remember, he put together the largest organization in Nu Skin history. It's still the largest, and it still pumps out millions a year. That's quite a legacy. That's a legacy position. But the bottom line is, guys, he did not stop. He worked his tail end off. He earned every red cent. And in 3 or 6 months, whatever it was, he put together something he enjoyed for the rest of his life. I don't know if he's still with us. Doesn't matter. The bottom line is it's pumped out huge sums of money for years. So with that being said, if you learn nothing else about what we teach you guys, understand you set the pace. You've got to be active. You've got to get your butt in gear. You've got to have a constant source of high quality leads. If you want the process to be simple, easy, effective, and produce profit, you want to use the 5 simple steps. It's all there is to it. And if you use our 5 simple steps business building system, it includes the quick start program, how to get your first check, the scale of ambition, the threshold, it explains all of that. Tells you how they all work together, what you need to do and when. I mean, you cannot get anything any better than that, right, Miss Marie?
Absolutely. And I'm going to harp on the topic that I always do. You can listen to every one of our podcasts. You can go through every single one of our products. You can learn everything inside and out. But until you take action and move and apply it, it's not going to earn you a red cent.
There you go. I like that. Well, she's to the point. All right.
Get to work.
I think we've done everything we need to do. Next Monday, I got down Freelance Friday. That ain't correct.
No, it's not. Monday, we are talking about an aspect that, our goal in this industry is to increase our income, increase our time freedom, and achieve that lifestyle that we're after, right? And this touches on the time freedom aspect a little bit, because most people come into the network marketing industry with a job that they're already doing that they may not like very much. So on Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, live right here, we're going to be talking about if or when you should leave your job. So that's going to be a lot of good information there, because I think a lot of people have a tendency to jump ship a little bit prematurely. And we want to make sure you understand the fundamentals of what you want to have in place with your network marketing business, the kind of income you want to have coming in before you leave your job, or even if you should leave your job at all. So join us Monday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a good one.
That's right. Well, that, Miss Marie, I think we're done. I think
Okay.
we did good. I think we did good. There's no reason to go any further. We covered things that were relatively important. We highlighted what we liked, what we've done so far. We touched on those and went a little bit into those. And, as far as the future, guys, there's a big future ahead. We are going at a rather slow pace because of my one arm capabilities. I have hired other people to help me out, and it's moving along much faster. So just bear with us. There's a lot of great things going on. There's going to be some changes on the main page here very shortly, and that are going to benefit everyone. So there's a lot of good things going on as usual behind the scenes, which you guys are not aware of. And so this platform here and our podcast in general are going to get much, much better, more enjoyable, more fun. Right now, you're getting the most bang for your buck. I mean, that's the bottom line. Because once we go into the interviewing other people and stuff, that's going to, and there's going to be other things we're going to be doing. That's going to be how would you say, the tutorials are going to take a hit a little bit. We're not going to be able to spend as much time on those, Miss Marie, as we did before.
It may not be as instructional. It'll become a little bit more experiential, I think would be what I would say.
Yes. Well, you're going to learn about the network marketing business through other people's experiences, other people's viewpoints and insights. And the thing is that we are not the only voices in network marketing. Our system is not the only system out there. There are other productive systems. We feel ours is the most efficient, most effective, and will produce the most profits. But that does not mean that there's not others out there that'll work just as well. I doubt better, but it doesn't matter. We don't have egos here. We're not trying to be the number one business building system. Maybe someday that'll end up being the case, but the thing is that you determine that. We're not going to push that on you. We always keep an open mind. We invite other people to come on our show and to have a good conversation and fun conversation about the industry, where it may be going in the future. Their life experience is always interesting to learn those kind of things. So that's coming down the road.
Exciting.
It is exciting. And we got some other things that Miss Marie and I are going to be talking about that will also add to the program. So we will very shortly be experiencing some changes. I don't know if that'll be before the end of the year. There's so much going on, not just with us, but in life in general. And once again, since I'm a one-armed bandit, it makes it tough for me to do some of the things that I need to do. I try. I try. Miss Marie has seen my hand. She did not like it. She's like, ooh, that's ugly. And imagine carrying it around every day, Miss Marie. Or imagine being my wife. Oh my gosh. Get away with me. Get away from me with that thing. All right. With that being said, guys, y'all have a great day. We'll see you Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Miss Marie, have a great weekend. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe. Come back, and we'll see you soon. Take care. God bless.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, TheMLM-solution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.